there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking, for sharing this video so that this message gets out to other people, so that I know that my work is being disseminated out to the masses. Anyway, I do appreciate your love, your support, and returning to watch another video of mine. I do want to mention that I am available for personal readings, and that if you want to sign up for a Capella membership, you get exclusive access to guided meditations, daily guidance videos, and a whole bunch of other awesome benefits. I'm offering a 14-day free trial for some of my memberships of the lower tier, so that you can get a taste of what I offer that I do not put out on YouTube, to help to better prepare you guys for what's coming down the pike, because the collective is going to be going through some major changes. So it would benefit you if you feel called to sign up for a membership. You can cancel at any time. You want to try it out for 14 days and it doesn't work out for you, whatever, that's fine. If you want to keep it, that's fine too. It's very easy to cancel. If you already have a membership and you feel like you want to get more out of it, as I am going to be doing live streams for members only very soon. I'm going to make a bigger announcement about that later. So if you want to not have to be put on a list on my lives and be in a more intimate environment, and I can read, I'll pull more cards with those readings as well. It would benefit you to sign up for one of the memberships that includes access to my members only live streams. Okay, check out the description box below, or go to capellawellness.com for more information on my Capella memberships. You also get free access to my mobile app, where you can access all of the exclusive content there, and you can chat with me and other people, and go check out whatever else is there. All right, I wish you guys a wonderful week, a wonderful month. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are doing awesome. I hope you had an awesome weekend as well. I wish you much love and many blessings, as I always do. All right, Cancer, we're going to see what's going on with you today, or at this time instead of today. Same difference, right? What's going to go on with Cancer is what we're going to take a look into. What obstacles you are facing, what lessons you are learning from this situation to help you with your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. We're then going to get guidance from Spirit on how to best navigate these energies, what your wellness message is, and what's going on with love and relationships for you. All right? Okay. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What is going on with Cancer at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Okay. Hit the mermaid in the face, I think. Alrighty. We've got the King of Wands. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys. Now remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For somebody else who's watching this, keep your unhealthy ego at the door. Make sure you're honest with yourself and your situation. We've got a lot of spiritual strength here. Someone has mastered spiritual growth here. Could be you, could be somebody you're dealing with. But there's a lot of power here with this King of Pentacles. Okay, the current energy with you guys. It could be a person you're dealing with, or this is your energy, or both. But this is really being in your power. It's like being that visionary leader, right? You just go after what it is that you want without any fear. You have this courage. You have this confidence about yourself. You're ready for action. You're ready to go. You're ready to take on the world. You have this ambition that is unlike any other, where it's like you're not worried about the unknown. You're not worried about going out there and saying, you know what, if I want to pursue this, I'm going to pursue this. I have this vision about it. I know I'm going to be a success because I feel that I'm going to be a success, and I'm not going to really be this Debbie Downer person and doubt myself, thinking that I'm not capable, that I'm not intelligent enough, that I'm not driven enough, or I'm not capable, right? This king here, he allows himself to just go out into the world and be like, you know what, I can conquer whatever it is that I feel like I can conquer, right? This doesn't mean being this guy where you're overly controlling and trying to take over everybody. No, that's not what it means. There's a balance that that guy has with this. He knows how to use his creative energy, his sexual energy, and transmuting that into light, transmuting that into something that he can achieve. All right. It's like he doesn't allow the dark side of him to get the best of him when he wants to achieve things, when he wants to accomplish things. So it's a really, really nice energy. And with the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, you have to have that power to get over the divorce, to get over feeling like a victim, to get over feeling betrayed, being lied to, being backstabbed. You have way more power than you think you do, Cancer. If you're still in this energy where it's a victim mentality, okay? You're the victor, not the victim. You probably heard me say this before. This doesn't serve you or anyone at all, okay? It strips you of your integrity. It strips you of so many things. It keeps you dead in the water. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm over and done with this. This just sucks. Whatever. Okay, get over it. Okay, guys? You know, I went through like this victim mentality too. To God was like, Jess, what the heck are you doing? The swords are in your 3D self. They're not in your soul. Okay? We can't blame other people for our pain and suffering, guys. We can't. It takes two to tango, right? We can't blame other people for our misgivings. We can't blame other people for how they act either. And we can't allow their behaviors affect our well-being. We just can't do that. So for some of you who are still kind of in these energies, this is for you to, you know, get some cojones here and be this King of Wands. It's like, this King of Wands does not deal with this crap, period. He's the freaking leader. He has that power within him. He's a very strong spiritual dude or female. It's like he goes out there like, no. I'm not dealing with this. I am not dealing with this. I'm getting over this. No more victim mentality. I can do better than this. I have that power to get up off that floor and start walking in a different direction. I haven't been defeated. I haven't been backstabbed, betrayed, whatever. It's a perception. And if you end up being in situations where people keep kind of doing this to you, that's on you. But like I said, the swords are in your back. They're not in your soul. So it's time for you to move forward to more positive horizons, to more positive changes. It's time for you to say, you know what? All of these lessons that I didn't learn, it got me to here. Sometimes we have to hit rock bottom, guys, to wake up. This is awakening. Sometimes we have to have to die in a metaphorical sense to understand what living really is. So whatever these hard challenges, these lessons, these life experiences were that just some of you weren't learning them and it hit you hard. And now you're like, I'm depleted. I'm emotionally spent. I'm spiritually spent. I'm mentally spent. And God's like, okay, are you going to stay on the ground? Or are you going to get back up? Are you going to feel like you're a failure? Or are you going to get back up? Are you going to let this failure affect you? Are you going to let this victimization affect the rest of your life? When you are way more capable than anyone right now to just get up and say, you know what? I'm pulling out these swords. I'm done with this. I have to finally learn my lessons, and I got to do something different. I got to start anew. Okay? For others of you, the worst is now over. Whatever struggles you were dealing with, it's done. A lot of things were coming at you. And you were like, I just got to go through the motions. I know I'm being taught a lot of lessons. I know I'm going through difficult experiences. I'm going through these struggles, but I'm going to power through it. I'm not going to stay down. I'm going to keep getting back up. I'm going to stay up, even when the going gets tough, okay? And I know that's hard for some people to do, but that's one thing I have had to learn. When you hit rock bottom and it's like you just like you feel like you're at your worst or nothing's working out for you, and you're still able to maintain that inner peace and you're still able to maintain that strength, this type of energy, guys, is what gets us, what builds this up. And the other group of you've mastered some incredible spiritual strength here. You are enormously spiritually strong, because no matter what tried to take you down, you didn't even fall down. You didn't allow it to take you out. You might have been tired. You might have been like, I'm so done with this, but you stood the course and you said, no, I got to continue to take action in my life. I got to continue to stay in my power and to stay in this position where I'm not going to give in. Okay? And you've passed that. This is done. This difficult time, this very challenging situation has ended. The worst is over now. You're stepping into a new beginning. You're going to be experiencing the Ace of Swords. Let go of whatever you've still been holding on to. Let go of the past. Just put the past behind you. It's done. You've went through those challenges, those battles, those difficult times. For some, the other group, it's done. But for the others of you, you're pushing too hard. Okay? You may be dealing with somebody who might be really controlling, or who's temperamental, who is a little bit tyrannical or something like that. You don't have to deal with that behavior. This person, if they're like that, they're going through that too. Some of you need to free yourselves from being too dependent. Okay? On people. I mean, it's a fire sign maybe that you're too dependent on. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it doesn't have to be a fire sign. You've got to be this leader right here. You got to take action in your life. You can't be here dead in the water, Cancer, anymore. You have to be the one to do something about it. If some of you are in this very painful situation, in a very dark place, you're like, I can't take anymore, the depletion of energies, it's because some of you were still not learning your life's lessons. And it's gotten you to here. And that's why you can't take anymore. Because some of you need to really start taking action in your life and making things happen. You are responsible for your wellness, your well-being, your abundance, right? Those who stay in victim mode, if they can't help themselves, they can't help other people. And then people who feel this really low energy, they attract people who are in this low energy too. You're looking to be saved, some of you guys. You got to save yourself. You got to be the one to get back up. There's no miracle that's going to happen unless you make something happen. You got to do something about it. God doesn't want you to stay here, but God is not going to find you here because it's too low vibrational. He wants you to have that strength and that resilience and that power to get back up because it's already within you. You just got to find it there. It's always been there, Cancer. It's always been there. You got to be the one to stand up for yourself and say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not a victim. Maybe some of you need to do some morning affirmations and say, I am not a victim. I am more powerful than I think I am. I am courageous. I am confident. I have the ability to put a stop to this. This is not the end for me, because it's not Cancer. Just put the past behind you and start doing things in your life. You've got to be the one to change it. And that starts with you getting the strength here to get up, to get back up. Whatever happened here, these experiences are building a lot of this. For you to become this strong leader, for you to become more confident and fearless, powerful, and courageous. You've got to find that courage, but it only comes within you, not anybody else. There's also, for somebody else here, or another group of people that maybe somebody you're dealing with. I'm getting Chiron in Aries. Somebody that you're dealing with went through a lot. They may have had a very, very, very rough divorce. And this person is no longer feeling like a victim from it. Maybe they were betrayed or they were backstabbed in a divorce. And this person's like, and it could be you, Cancer, take out those nights, but I'm feeling also for another person here. They're like saying, I'm not going to let that get to me. Someone has really overcome a lot of pain and suffering, and I'm getting strong energy from a divorce. It's not going to fit for everybody. Or something that was very grueling. And they're like, nope, no victim. I'm not a victim anymore. I'm not going to deal with this energy. And this person is like, wow, they've done a complete 180. They're ready to take action on something. They're ready to start making things happen. They could actually be ready to take the lead, or they're going to take action to head towards you or something along those lines, okay? But, and then there's the Knight of Wands there. They're ready to take a risk. Someone's got high energy. They're ready to go. They've been through a lot of struggles, and all these struggles are done. They've got way more confidence and courage in them, and they're about to take a risk. They're about to take action on something. It could be heading towards you. It could be traveling to you or seeing you from a distance or something like that. Well, there's travel with the Three of Wands there. Yeah, there might be somebody traveling to see you, making forward progress. Oh, a King of Cups at the top of the deck. Could also be a water sign, or they have water and fire in their chart. They have all this love for you, and they're like, I can't hold it in anymore, and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to finally express how I deeply feel about Cancer, or it could be vice versa. But somebody has a lot of love, but sometimes because of what's happened to them, again with this Ten of Swords perhaps, betrayed by other people, backstabbed by other people, divorce, again, this person's like, I don't want to go through that again. This king can be afraid to love others because he loves so deeply that when he gets burned or people don't return it or something happens, it hurts too much. It tends to happen with water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's your energy. Could be you, could be the person, could be both of you. And when that person, this King of Cups, gets burned, their heart gets really damaged, it ends up being harder for them to express it. And they have to find other outlets, other creative ways to express their feelings. Because sometimes this King of Cups has a different love language, okay? We can't expect everybody to have the same love language that we do. We cannot expect everybody to love the exact same way that we love. We all have different ways of loving each other, right? So I'm getting, and the unconditional love for each other could be the same, but the way that it's expressed is different. And that's what this King of Cups does. So it looks like this person is like, they understood that they can't hold in feelings all the time. Again, they have to find an outlet how to express it. They have to find a way to get that out of their system because it's been in them for too long because of what's happened. But this person has gained a lot of wisdom through pain and suffering. They've done a lot of emotional healing through pain and suffering. They found that loving themselves first was what was going to heal them. And it could also be from the love from you, Cancer, is what healed that heart of theirs. And they want to express their gratitude to you for it. They want to show you in a different way how deeply they feel for you. And they're turning that energy, they're combining their King of Cups energy with that King of Wands energy. They know they can't, they have to wear their heart on their sleeve now. Because there's no way that this deep amount of emotion they have for you, they can't keep it in forever. But this person has mastered his or her emotions. He's mastered love. He knows what love is, what unconditional love is. It's like that Foreigner song. I want to know what love is. If you look up that song, read the lyrics. I'm getting that's what this King of Cups wants to communicate. Because he didn't really understand what love was. It has stemmed from childhood. So now he's going out there and like, I can't be afraid of love anymore, and I can't be afraid to express it. But I have to be able to find a way to express it so that I feel more comfortable with it. And he understands that loving himself first was how he was going to heal. And that's what he's done. And he's also learned how to trust his emotions here. And how he feels, and to trust his intuition. Because before, he wasn't listening to his intuition. It's what got him into trouble in some cases. So it looks like this person's done a lot of mastering. And then there's a King of Swords there too. Gained a lot of wisdom from all those hard knocks, all those difficult lessons that he learned, especially in love, and he became wiser because of it. And now he knows that he has to speak his mind with truth and confidence. He can't be afraid of speaking how he feels. Yes, he can do it in a different way, but yes, he's going to learn how to talk about it. He can't get overly emotional. He can't get overly logical about it either. There's the Two of Cups. This person wants to reconcile. He wants to offer the olive branch. He sees this love for what it is. This is unconditional love right here. It's a forgiving love. It's a compassionate love that they each have for each other and for themselves. And that's how this is going to be harmonious. This is how it's going to work. No more codependency. No more clinginess. None of that. They're both interdependent because they found their holy grails. And they both understood what love really was. And they gave that to themselves. What is the challenge here? Intuition. See? Suppressing their emotions and not listening to their intuition. It's exactly what I was talking about with the King of Cups. All right? Either it's you or your person. You really have to be trusting your intuition here. Stuff that you're seeing in the 3D world, it's not the way it seems. Oh my God, I didn't even look at the bottom of the deck, and look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the Seven of Swords. Looks can be deceiving. All right? Don't start trying to find a logical reason to how you feel, guys, because it's your feelings have no logic to it. Love has no logic to it, period. You feel what you feel. You cannot lie to yourself about it. You cannot deny it. You got to get away from those negative thoughts, especially other people who are coming into your mind and telling you, oh, this, and that. That person acts this way. That person acts this way in the 3D, but you know better. You guys are very intuitive. You're very empathic. Trust in your intuition. Get out of your head. You need to be honest with yourself about your feelings here. If you know you need to do something about something, it's time to get into the King of Wands energy and do something about it for yourself. to better your life. All right? Some of you are self-sabotaging because this thought process of yours is not really working out for you, because some of you have this thing with not really listening and trusting your intuition, or you're just overcome by emotions and you're overly driven by emotions that you can't think straight. Okay? You have to embrace more of your divine feminine energies here with regards to your intuition. You have all these fears and anxieties about things, maybe about love. It's you or your person. Take it how it resonates. You may think you're being deceived by what you're feeling, by what you're seeing in the 3D. But again, what does your gut tell you? You've got to get some mental clarity here. Because right now you've got these negative thoughts in your head that are affecting your decisions, that are affecting your emotions. Some of you are listening too much to your head instead of to your heart. You really need to hear your heart and trust it. Fears and anxieties, guys, they're illusions. What you're thinking in your head, again, looks can be deceiving. Some of you, what you're seeing in the 3D is an illusion. Okay? What does your heart feel? And I could tell you, Cancer, I know this all too well, because things in the physical did not make sense with what I was feeling in my heart. Okay? And it was weird and it felt a little uncomfortable. And I said, but it just doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. But that's why it could be a little bit dangerous for us sometimes to be fully in our brains about things, because then we get clouded judgment, and then we start with the misconceptions about people, about situations, with the uncertainties of things, and then it gets us to way overthink, and it gets us to have these false notions about people or situations, and that's not a good place to be. You start to assume, which leads to judgment, which could lead to anger, bitterness. It's a very dark road to go on. When you're trying to put logic to things and you're trying to like figure something out with your mind when your heart's telling you something else. Okay? Maybe you're expecting somebody, or again, there's like a betrayal here. Somebody's wearing a mask. All right? You may be expecting somebody to make things right or to come clean or something like that. If they're not ready to do this, then they're just not ready. If your intuition knows that this person's acting a little weird, trust it. If your gut knows that somebody that you're dealing with is wearing a mask, trust it. If you can see the divinity in them, you can see right through them, trust in that. It's exactly what happened to me and my person. He was not acting in the way that I was feeling. And then I started to understand why that was. Okay? Now, there's something here where this King of Wands is going to come clean. They're going to confess how they feel, right? Because they've been hiding those feelings for a long time. They've been suppressing their intuition, suppressing their emotions. Things are going to be illuminated. The stuff that was hidden is now going to come to light. There's hidden emotions here that this person is about to reveal. That's what this King of Wands is about to do. No more hiding it. No more trying to wear a mask. No more trying to get away with not trying to tell you how they feel, because they just can't do it anymore. That's for the other group of you. This person has been strategically planning how to best express how they feel. Because again, this King of Cups has a different way of expressing love, and you have to respect that. You can't expect somebody to express love the exact same way that you do, because everybody is different. But this comes from like a place of compassion. It's like the Queen of Cups energy, right? Understanding everybody's different and everybody goes through things. So this person has been really strategically planning how they're going to reveal this to the surface. Because this whole time, guys, things have been going on behind the scenes that you knew nothing about. And for this person with that Ten of Swords that we saw before, they were dealing with a lot of stuff. And for a couple of them, they were going through some very bitter divorce. Or they went through a very, very, very bitter divorce, and they were still trying to heal from it. And if you were a water sign and you went through that, that takes long for those people to heal. Out of all the signs in the zodiac. So this person's getting ready to do the right thing here. They're no longer going to try to hide. Because every other strategy they tried to work through to try to express how they feel, it didn't work. Because they weren't being their true authentic selves. They were still trying to wear a mask and get away from what they know they need to do with coming clean with how they feel. Oh boy. Hold on one second. I got some cards that fell. Well, there's Pisces. Judgment. See? Don't suppress your intuition here. You guys are very, very intuitive. Start listening to your intuition. You can't keep it down. Again, what you're seeing in the 3D world is not what's really going on. There's things going on behind the scenes you know nothing about. And things are being hidden from you for a reason. Because God is trying to protect you. Okay? When God doesn't reveal stuff to us, it's because God does not want us to know. Really pay attention to what you're being called to do. All right, let's see what the lesson here is. What is the lesson in this situation? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. And the Ten of Swords comes out, and the Knight of Wands. See, it was the bottom of the deck for what was going on with you guys, the energies, right? Look who's here. Divine Masculine. All right? So, for those of you where somebody is going to express their emotions and they're coming clean and they're going to be very honest with you. We saw King of Cups and King of Swords here. We had 3 kings that we were looking at. All right? Somebody has completely changed. They are really in their power. They are high with energy. They're ready to take the lead in this connection. They're ready to get things going. They're so solid and stable with themselves, it's not even funny. Like, they can't budge anymore. And nobody is going to allow them to... No, they're not going to allow anyone to take them off their throne. And they're done with this. They found their personal power. And they found that that power comes from God. This person is so confident that whatever he goes after, whatever he wants, he gets. And this is not being egotistical. This is not somebody who is that tyrant, that dictator, right? No. Someone who's excessively controlling. That's not what I'm getting. This person is visualizing things so that it comes into the reality. They visualize the success, and the success is there. These are very highly successful people, very powerful people. All right, this person that you're dealing with is very powerful. It can even be you, right? Cancer, you have to take action in your life. You got to take the lead in your life. You got to find that personal power and take control of the situation. If you continue to feel like a victim all the time, then do something about it. Because you also have to get out of the mentality that you're not a victim, Cancer. You're just not. You really aren't. And you have to believe that about yourself. Again, reflection, our relationships reflect our inner wounds. If we're battered and bruised, guess what? We're going to attract battered and bruised people. I'm a freaking testament to that. If you haven't healed, then you're going to attract somebody who hasn't healed either. It's the law of attraction. You can't escape that. And the more you feel like a victim, the more you give your power away. Stop giving your power away, Cancer. You have to start taking your power back. Your whole life will change when you do that. There's nothing you can't do here. All right? You can't let this get the best of you. You have to release the pain and suffering. You gotta let it go. You gotta put the past behind you. Thank you, Spirit. The past is draining you guys. Some of you, it's totally killing you. All right? You do not need to do that. And if you're dealing with somebody who's very controlling and you're thinking about a divorce, and I can't tell you what to do, but this is the guidance being given, then you got to find that power to deal with this person and just go through with that, because nobody should be controlled. Nobody should be dictating every little thing in your life, Cancer. No one. It's time for your recovery process. Some of you are resisting an inevitable end. And if for some of you, if it has to do with a divorce and you know you need to get away from this controlling person here, God doesn't want you to be in a super controlling relationship. It could even be with a job, okay, guys? It could even be a boss, because this is an entrepreneur, that's an entrepreneur, business people, they're business owners, CEOs, whoever, whatever. High authority, okay? If you're dealing with a boss or dealing with a spouse who's just like dictating everything that you do, they don't allow you to do shit, you have to do something about it. You gotta get up, because this is not where God wants you to be, but God wants you to meet halfway. You have to do something about this to get out of the situation. You gotta take your power back, take control of the situation, say, I'm done with this. I do not need this anymore. I do not need you. I'm way more powerful. God is on my side. God is gonna protect you, because he is, and you're gonna make it happen, Cancer. You're going to step up to this person if they're resonating with this. You can say, I'm done. No more. No more. I'm not a victim. You cannot control me. All right? You got to take that risk. And stop, just deal with it. Take that risk and take some action. Some of you are holding grudges against people that from a divorce, okay? Or people who've done this to you, who've caused you pain and suffering. Again, you cannot blame other people for your pain and suffering, Cancer. That's just the cold, hard truth. Society wants you to think that. People want to say, oh, they screwed you over and like this, and this, and that. If you allow yourself to play victim, you've totally given your power away, and don't expect these blessings and miracles to come into your life, because your vibration is too low to allow that. Don't be listening to people for trying to get justice or vindication or something, because that's God's department. God's the one who's going to bring that to you, not the other person. So if you're holding grudges against some people, you got to let it go. You've got to put that behind you. There's like jealous energy here too. Here, if that's resonating with you. Okay? That's very dark energy, guys. You're gonna pull some nasty stuff in if you've got this jealousy surrounding you, or you're holding these grudges and you're feeling like a victim. You're gonna attract more of that dark coming towards you. You gotta release that. You've just gotta go do something about this. The confidence and the courage, some of you lack that, but you have it in you. Ask God to give you the strength. Ask God to renew the power within you. You have that ability. God's waiting for you to ask. But when he tells you to do something, to take action on something, you do it. You've got to get to a more stable, solid state here. There's chaos going in your world. You got to be the one to bring order to it, not anybody else. Okay? And for the other people, there is somebody here who's, again, they're taking a risk. They could be coming to see you, traveling from afar, whatever, taking action, making it happen. This person's got, wow, they've really, really, really bossed up here. This is a massive leveling up, because all of this stuff that they went through, it gave them wisdom. It gave them strength. It gave them power. That's why God has us go through these difficult things, because he's like, I want to see you get up. I want to see you realize that you have way more power than you realize, because it comes from me and me alone, and nobody can take that power away from you. And this person has realized that. It's a mature masculine. This is the divine masculine Christ right here, who's rising up, who's now saying, you know, fuck this. I am not going to be in this energy anymore. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to go take that risk, and I'm going to make it happen. If I want to express my hidden emotions to the feminine, because divine feminine's right here, then I'm going to do it. I have nothing to lose. I'm taking that chance. I'm taking that risk, come hell or high water, because I've already been visualizing that it's going to be a success. I am a success. This is going to be a success. This is going to work, because I have been able to manifest this. This person has very strong manifestation powers. And as I said, the Emperor gets what he wants, because as long as it's for his highest good, as long as it's in tune with what God wants for him, and he visualizes that success, he gets it. God gives him that extra strength and that extra power, that vitality to say, okay, Emperor, okay, divine masculine, I'm going to support you through this, because you have found your power within. You have learned how to take the lead in your life. You have controlled your situations, that, you know, you took back control of your life because you stopped feeling like this, like a victim. And now this Emperor is coming forward. He's healed his heart chakra. He's worked his way up to build that enormous spiritual strength. He's not afraid of how he feels, let alone how to express it. He's in a very powerful place, because he put in a lot of work, and all of this hard crap is what got him here. This, guys, is what makes us stronger. If we stay in this, we cannot reach this type of level. And this guy ends up ruling an empire. He's wealthy. He's well-to-do. He doesn't have to worry about anything, because he took back his power that God had always given him. And now he rules an entire empire. He doesn't have to worry about anything ever again. About being betrayed. About being backstabbed. about being heartbroken, about being poor, about being nothing. Because he's one and right with God. He puts God first, and God gives him what he needs, as long as he stays in his power. And that, for some of you, is what your person has learned to do. Through pain and suffering comes great power, comes great wisdom. That's why we go through this. It's exactly what I have been able to do. It makes you realize who you really are as a divine being, but that divine being has to be embodied, and it has to be integrated into your everyday life. There could be strong Aries energy here too for somebody. Also, for some other ones of you, you got to balance your masculine and feminine energies out. Some of you may be a little bit too controlling. All right. So let's get guidance for you. What guidance do we have for Cancer? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, please and thank you. Self-care. Drowning doesn't always require water. Don't be drowning in your emotions here. Self-care is going to be very much needed. Again, with this 10 of Swords energy that keeps creeping up. Take action on getting out of yourself. You have to be the one to get yourself out of this 10 of Swords energy, Cancer. Take care of yourself, your well-being. I said you're responsible for that. Voyage, set sail on a new course. There you go. He's ready to set sail on a new course. He's going to take that risk. He's going to go like, you know what? I got to do something to change my life. I'm going to go out there without fear. You got to have that courage. I'm going to go on that adventure. This is adventurous energy. We got King of Wands here, Knight of Wands, and the King of Wands. They're ready for any adventure. It could be strong Sagittarius energy surrounding you or in your chart. Okay? Move. Barnacles only grow in a docked ship. See? You guys stay here. Not only are you going to get more swords in your back, you're going to grow more, you're going to barnacles because you're not moving. You're not taking action. All right. Barnacles is a funny word. I love, what do I want to call it sea vocabulary? Ocean vocabulary? I'm a big ocean person. Let's see what your wellness message is. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians. What wellness message do we have for Cancer? Wow. Alrighty. Rainbow obsidian. Heal your heart. Yep. Healing angelite. Support is all around you. If you've been drawn or called by God to ask for help, don't be afraid to ask. It is not a sign of weakness. Bottom of the deck is tourmalated quartz. Get out of your own way. See, some of you, there is like excessive control here. You want to control everything in the situation, but for some of you, you're going to learn how to pull back that, okay? Because we do with the lesson learning with this Emperor here, I did say for some of you, either you're dealing with someone with excessive control or you have control issues. Both of you are trying to control each other, or this is just you trying to control every single thing. It's excessive. You're too rigid. You don't want to be budged. Because sometimes the Emperor, you can't move me. You can't touch me. You can't do anything. I rule here. That's dictatorship. Everything I say goes. I'm not open to any other way. No, that's also what a King of Wands can do. All right. Let's look at rainbow obsidian. Oh, they want me to look at tourmalated quartz because it came up first, because I was just talking about that. The path is clear to your success. All you need to do is claim it. You are the sole owner and operator of your personal journey. Shed any thoughts of self-doubt which can lead to derailment. You are entitled to live your best life. Don't relinquish your power by giving in to negative thoughts or trying to avoid or deflect responsibility. Confront any obstacles that emerge and consciously seek out solutions. Success is yours. Take control, take ownership, take heart, and you will take command of your own destiny. Have you been blaming others, complaining, or making excuses? Where have you avoided taking ownership in your life? Your affirmation is, I get out of my own way, allowing my success to come to me. Today, challenge yourself to refrain from complaining, blaming others, or making excuses. Take the lead in your life. You are responsible for how your life is. Okay? Rainbow obsidian. You are strong and resilient, and you are capable of working through the deepest of human emotions. The heart is both the most fragile and most powerful element of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Trust that no matter how exposed or pained you may feel, you have the power to recover and heal. From the loss of a loved one, a relationship, a beloved pet, or even a job, we've all experienced grief. Whether that event happened recently, years ago, a variety of emotions may surface at any given time as part of the grieving process. Allow your emotions to come up so you can acknowledge and then release them in order to fill that space with new love, light, and hope. When have you experienced a loss of any kind? Did you allow yourself the time and space to grieve? What would aid your grieving process? So you see what I was saying? If you're not healed, if you still feel like this, you're going to attract more of that, Cancer. That's just how it works. Maybe somebody literally experienced a death because of the Ten of Swords here. Okay? You are allowed to grieve, okay? Give yourself the time to grieve, but then you got to do something to start changing that, okay? God doesn't want you to be in that grieving state for forever. To feel is to heal. Today, give yourself permission to feel whatever emotions come up. Let them go and cry if you need to so you can create space to heal. Don't suppress your emotions, okay? That's dark night of the soul with the moon. If you're going to go through the dark night of the soul, don't block it. It's going to cause the distorted masculine energies to surface. You don't want that. That leads to anger and bitterness and temperament and control or excessive control. Don't do that to yourself. Angelite, you are not alone. Help and support are always available to you, whether through your friends, family, or guardian angels. Stay open to receiving that comforting energy. Allow others into your life. Reach out when you need your community by your side. Not all of us are comfortable asking for assistance, but trust that others want to help and, in fact, are often grateful to do so. It's okay to accept, even create the support system you need and deserve. Even the strongest among us have moments of vulnerability. There is strength in allowing yourself to receive comfort and grow from a place of acceptance. So the next time someone extends a helping hand, take it with grace and gratitude. When was the last time you offered help? When was the last time you asked for help? Do you feel deserving of support? Support is all around me. Today, practice asking for help from a friend, family member, or guardian angel, even for the smallest task. All right, guys, we're now going to do the love stuff. Love and relationships. Love and relationships. I want to make that clear. All right. What's going on with love and relationships for Cancer? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. You want those to come out too? Ah. My guides are like, Jess. See, I tried to control a little bit because honestly didn't want those other cards to fall out, but I have to be obedient, right? because these are messages for you guys. Bottom of the deck is reflections. What you contemplate can actualize. All right? Homeland. Arrival, a journey, establishment, building, settled. It's like letting God lead the way, right? Divine sensuality. Making love and erotica. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 38. Guide. A guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally. See, that's twice, guys. Freedom. Independence, self-determination. And falling in love. Kissing the divine in another, in yourself. They want me to read that one first. I guess that's why I read that one last. And the last shall be first is what I just heard. And I'm looking at the wrong book. Okay, Spirit. Let's do the falling in love card. Nope, they took me straight to reflections. Never mind. You see what they do? You see what they do? Reflections. It's time to observe what is around and about you, to truly gaze upon what can be seen and to think on it for a time. It does not mean to worry or to fret over it, to turn in this way and then and that in a quiet frenzy, trying to find the right thing to do. But it does mean contemplation, a time of gathering all the threads of the half-formed thoughts and following some through to their end, and reaching a better understanding of what it is you're currently looking for. For there has been a tendency to react, and while this has created action and movement in waves, there has not been deep understanding, the understanding that brings even deeper peace. We, the mermaids, are asking for you to reflect, to become still, and to truly see what it is that is before you. Reflection also means to have greater understanding of yourself. There is no outer contemplation that does not have its echo within. So for now, look at what there is, and feel the strength of your contemplative times. There is enough time in the world, and you are not lazy for contemplating, thinking, and feeling deeply. It is wise to be balanced when reflecting upon the big questions in your life. The process will bring up many emotions, so it is wise to make your purpose one of greater understanding, deeper peace, and action. That comes from your true values. Far too much of recent action has been a reaction, a surge of movement against something, and while this has felt just and right, it has not created results you would wish for. It is now time to reflect, and in the reflective time, you will be shown the next action to take. Be still, sit a while, gaze at a flower, the sunset, the light of the ocean. Feel the deep peace, and the knowing will come soon after this. Choose not to act at this time, but to stay still and to go deep within and to observe until you feel you have greater understanding. Reflect upon what has led you to this place in this moment of choice, and reflect upon how you would like to see the now become and the future unfold. Reflect and reflect. Do not act for now. Seek to understand your own self, not to judge the acts of others. For a time, put aside frenetic action. There may be a panicked kind of urge to do something now before it is too late. However, it is best at this time to stay still. Others may be urging you to action, and there may be a sense of being driven up in circumstance and having no choice, being dragged along by the surge of the current, the tide of opinion. Take the time to reflect, to understand each day. This is necessary, or else we become as automatons, reacting out of habit, not choosing responses out of wisdom. Do the latter now. Wow, that's a big message. And yes, I was telling you to take action on things, but this is something else that you don't need to take action on. There may be something about holding a grudge and maybe coming after somebody because they've done something to you. Don't do that. Okay. All right. Let's look at the number 20 card. Alrighty. Feeling powerful feelings of attraction for another and becoming overwhelmed with feelings of tenderness, almost to the point of feeling more for the other being than for food, drink, and breathing. I didn't read that right. Feeling powerful feelings of attraction for another and becoming overwhelmed with feelings of tenderness, almost to the point of feeling more for the other being than for food, drink, and breathing. Feeling powerfully attached to another, seeing the divine within them and experiencing the divine within yourself is extremely addictive. The beginning of a powerful relationship which truly has magic within it, the recognition of soul within another, yet it is also wise to know thyself well and to be able to read your own patterns. Seeking to communicate and to establish a close bond with another, feeling very akin to them, a dissolving of boundaries of self into a kind of one, a time of sweetness, insecurity, beauty, excitement, newness, and uncertainty, perhaps a time when you are almost certainly very much alive and very much at the end of ordinary life and approaching what we call insanity, the space before knowledge when the idealization of the other is at its height. This card can also signal a desire for sex that is sacred, deeply connective, soul-forging, and powerfully erotic. Lovemaking that is exquisitely spiritual and sensual. Well, we have this divine sensuality card right here. And we have a Knight of Wands and a King of Wands and an Emperor. That's very, very passionate people. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now, my guides want me to say something with this sexually charged energy from somebody here. This person understanding that it's not about lust and it's not just about sex. It's about lovemaking that is exquisitely spiritual and sensual. Okay? This is like the Two of Cups energy. It's a very passionate, very loving, and very sensual connection that you guys are in. Okay? Some of you are going to experience that pretty soon. Divine sensuality. Oh, they wanted me to mention something with this falling in love card because I saw something here. Kiss the bliss, taste the nectar of love, and share the ecstasy, but also experience the utter breakthrough and freedom of honesty. It may not come all at once, but little by little, let falling in love teach you the lessons. That as you recognize the divine in another, so too must they recognize the divine within you. It must be mutual. And it must be a boon, not an instrument of torture or manipulation. Bless you people for having this ability. That's pretty big right there. We allow ourselves to be overwhelmed and we surrender to bliss, but also to the possibility of pain, of betrayal, of disappointment, and of disillusionment. We urge you to fall in love, but to allow yourself to be real, honest, vulnerable, and to move on if this love becomes painful, unfulfilling, or continually a promise. Falling in love is a divine miracle. But there are stereotypes about how it looks, books with strange names like The Rules, and the ideal that gets attached to a person who has no idea what your hopes and dreams are. So foolish as it makes you feel, do not be cool, be true to yourself. Fall in love with another and fall in love with your own honesty and vulnerability. See, love doesn't always come in the way that we think it does. It's not like those fairy tales and in those romantic comedies. True love is very hard to attain. It's easier said than done. Hold on a second. It is possible at this time that you're being judged by others for the sexual choices and mates you have chosen or may be about to choose. Please know it is your birthright to choose freely who you give to yourself and why. The only question is whether this is a sacred and honorable exchange, whether this feels like it is a good choice for you personally. It is time to put aside societal and even cultural and traditional norms and judgments about who we choose and how we choose to enact sensuality. There is a boundary being broken through as long as this is a free choice of your own and one that brings you wisdom, health, joy, and respect. It is not for others to make this choice. It is yours alone. Break through the fear. So for some of you who are coming into union with your person, and they know about this person, they may come back at you and be like, oh, why are you making that choice and this, and this. If you are actually divine counterparts, You need to trust in that. It doesn't matter what you did, what they did in the past. If you've overcome that already and you're ready for the harmonious sacred union, then don't allow anyone to get into your head and to tell you, oh, you did this with that, or that person did this to you. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. You are free to choose. Okay? Don't get hung up on what other people are saying. And don't feel guilty either if people are like judging you because of who you slept with or didn't sleep with or whatever. It's really about who you slept with if you did do that. So with the Freedom card, with her independence and fleeting attachments, the mermaid shows us how to maintain who we are within intimate physical relationships. Her unabashed beauty and sexuality and her unself-conscious allure show us that we are desirable and powerful simply for being alive. If we feel an affinity only with the mermaid who gives up herself in order to be joined with a lover, we should sincerely examine just how much of ourselves we exchange when we are with a partner. This mermaid syndrome can extend to women or men who change their appearance, manners, interests, or religion to be with a lover. The mermaid's presence in our lives requires that we become closer to who we truly are and honor our own truths instead of adopting and adapting to another's, sacrificing who we are in order to be with another who may not require that we change at all. This is going to trigger some of you. If you had sex with somebody, this is not going to apply to everyone, but if you slept with someone, and again, there's no judgment here, please understand this. If I did not care about your well-being or about you at all, I would not be saying this, but this has to be said. Some of you may feel betrayed, or you got backstabbed or betrayed by somebody, okay? And it could have been an ex-spouse or something. You slept with them and they rejected you, or they betrayed you, or whatever this is. Or you thought that maybe if they wanted to have sex with you and you didn't want to say yes, but you did, and you thought that, you know, maybe it would move things to the next level, or you'd be able to keep them or something like that. And all of a sudden they did you dirty, or they turned around and did this to you, okay? Pain, suffering. Did you give up yourself, your true authentic self, just for that? Okay? Did you honor your own truth? Did you stand up if you said you really didn't want to do that, but you gave in and this happened to you? Then you have to suffer the consequences of your actions. Because if you were being your unauthentic self, then this was going to happen. Okay? Do not give up yourself in order to be with somebody. Do not change who you are. Do not back down for what you believe in, for what your values are, for what your standards are. Don't settle for less. If this person is not going to uphold to your beliefs or your authenticity and your integrity, then don't do that. Okay? Don't do that, guys. I've been through the same thing. It's the thing. I'm not exempt from this. I know what this is like. And now I know better. I had to learn through this pain and suffering, like what the hell, but I realized what I was doing. That was on me. Because I gave up what I really stood up for, and I gave up who I really was. I just let my power go, and I just lost all integrity. Because I didn't have that integrity. Because I got caught up in a connection, and I got caught up in the romance and shit. Don't do that. And if you've done that, don't beat yourself up for it. Okay? Don't self-sabotage. Just learn from this situation. Okay? You've got to be in your power and be your true authentic self, and don't change yourself for anybody just because of that. Because you want to be with that person, because you want to be in that relationship. If you want a very harmonious love relationship with unconditional love in it, you've got to be giving that to yourself first. You've got to be like this King of Wands energy. All right? Don't sacrifice yourself for the sake of another. Your beliefs, your values, none of that. There is wisdom in the homelands. There is part of you that belongs there and part of you that needs to reconnect at a deep level. Traditions or ancient practices or simple things like recipes, ways of doing day-to-day activities will come to you now. Incorporate them into your life and there will be a deep sense of being home wherever you are because all the parts of your own self are within you. Acknowledge, know, and express in healthy ways. Find a place you can call home, settle somewhere for a time, and make some commitments to the place you belong. You are part of it. It is part of you, and you cannot separate from it without separating from a part of your own soul, your own deep self. And lastly is the guide card. When working with spirit guides, we have noticed you are often encouraged by your spiritual teachers to hand over your trust and your own guidance systems to these invisible gurus. In some cases, this can be worthwhile. In others, the very best guides are those who can create strength within you, who never seek to overtake your own willpower and your own mindset. We are encouraging you to ask questions, observe, and to examine the suggestions and the insights they offer you. There are quality guides, and there are ones who may not be a good frequency match for you, and we mermaids have seen too often people become overwhelmed and drowned by their capacity to completely give their trust away. Even we must sometimes check in and discuss with others, for we so often trust more willingly than is wise. Know that your guide may not be in agreement with you, that truly, like the ocean in her strength and her tides and currents and rips and waves, she or he may challenge you greatly. But it is often through these challenges that you are taught. Simply be sure they are not feeding off your energy or overwhelming your energy field and your own mental, emotional, and spiritual independence. Check in with how you feel after each message or session with a guide, and when in doubt, take time out. We will help you if you wish by leading one to you via water, via your emotions. And speaking of water, always acknowledge your emotional response. When they come, and once there is trust, they can guide you to us, to Lemuria, to Atlantis, the beautiful YS, and to many other water worlds. This is the magic of guidance. I think it's yes. I don't know. It's capital Y and lowercase s. I've never seen that before. This card appearance in a reading for you heralds the arrival of one who you can trust. A spirit guide wishes to make healing contact with you. They are extremely loving, helpful, and they have personality. They are like cool, clear water, unconditionally loving, warm, and very helpful in matters of adaptation and improvement of your human experience. They relate to you. Be ready for your psychic abilities to be similarly challenged. You may find yourself discarding baggage in the form of belief systems that are overcomplicated and power-oriented. You will find all the stimulation you need in simplicity, and yet you will be more awake than ever intellectually. You are more grounded, enriched, and truly yourself than ever before. As you develop your relationship with your guide, be aware that others may find it strange. Always check in. Your guide may be with you for a long time, forever, or for a short time. Never become so absorbed in your guide's reality that you neglect your home. True guides bring us into deeper relationship with the planet, with the oceans and their beings, and make us wish to live more deeply here. They fully assist and support our connection. They never ask us to leave or encourage us to have those thoughts of departure before our time has been fulfilled. They will bring us to the now strongly and assist us in knowing the past with less and less attachment. They are profoundly healing and awaken our energy to an extremely vital level till we feel we are overflowing with love. This is a guide that comes to you, if it hasn't been brought to you already, who has that compassion, who has that unconditional love. And yes, they will challenge you. Yes, they will be blatantly honest, okay? It's like what I was talking about. That's why I said earlier, if I didn't really care, I would not be doing my work as a light worker, because I'm all about truth. Light workers are all about truth. And as difficult as it may get with somebody, if somebody cannot handle you, if somebody doesn't agree with you or something, and they're not coming from a compassionate way, it doesn't mean that you and your guide or whomever, you may come to a disagreement or something. But if they're not coming from a place of love and understanding, if they're not trying to get you to see a different way, but respecting what you say, then that may not be a suitable guide for you. Like it says here, Know that your guide may not be in agreement with you, but she or he may challenge you greatly. It is often through these challenges that you are taught. The people who challenge you the most, Cancer, are going to be your greatest teachers. It includes your counterpart. It includes the guides who are real, who are authentic, who tell you the truth, who try to get you to overcome some belief system. A lot of that stuff, okay? Those are the people who really do care, as weird as that may sound. And don't look at it from a surface view. Look at it from a subconscious view. Trust your intuition about those people. If you know that those people are not for your highest good, then do not follow those people. That includes like other tarot readers or therapists or other people who are not trying to challenge you, who are not trying to get you to see things from a different perspective, you know, who have that compassion, who give you that truth, who tell you, hey, you know, step back a little bit, think about this or whatever, but they're not, you know, they may seem a little bit overbearing, but sometimes people may have strong fire, right, in their chart, like I do, okay? So, but go by your gut with those people. And if you need to let other guides go, if those who are humans, then don't be afraid of doing that, okay? Don't be afraid of doing that and start working with somebody who you feel you can relate to, who you're more compatible with, who you know is trying to challenge you, because those are your true teachers. Those are your true guides. And this is also going to your spirit guides, your team, your archangels, all those people. It's time for you to really start connecting with those, whether they're the humans. It's both with the humans and it's both with those in the spiritual realm. Okay? Oh, my Lord. All right, Cancer. That is your reading. I hope this helped you. If you would like a personal reading or you want to sign up for my 14-day free trial of one of my Capella memberships, please check out the description box below. It'll take you to the page. See what calls to you. I just started doing announcing the members for my monthly free drawings for my monthly drawings for readings. I do that for some of the memberships. I'm going to be having a big meeting this Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with my members only. It's going to be a live members only to discuss what I talked about in my live last week with what's coming down the pike and all of this dark energy coming in and a whole bunch of other things to get us prepared for what's to come. Even if you sign up for the 14-day free trial, you're still able to join in on that meeting, okay? If you keep the membership and you feel like you want to downgrade or upgrade, it's very easy to do that. It's very easy to cancel, whatever it is. If you have any questions about the memberships, about my services, please let me know. Some of the memberships also include an unlimited discount code for all of my classes and all of my services, all right? Yeah, so go check out what those memberships have. If you are interested, any questions at all, please let me know. All right, Cancer, that concludes your reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.